This is Elsie Azugi with Victoria Town Square. I'm meeting today with Andrew Schultz of State Farm Insurance. We're going to interview Andrew and learn a little bit about him and his business. Andrew, you've been in town with your business for about a year and a half. Can you tell me a little bit about how you got started in the insurance business?
Yeah, I've worked for State Farm for several years. I've done all kinds of different jobs, from working with some claims to training in new agents, working with as a life insurance specialist. So I had a lot of different jobs at State Farm before I decided to jump on board and start my own business.
Oh, okay. And what locations did you work in? Was it like the 5-state area or just Minnesota?
Kind of all over the upper Midwest.
Oh,
Did a lot of traveling.
So you traveled to all these different sites.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then when did you decide to start your own agency?
I'd been thinking about it for a long time, but last summer when the territory of Victoria opened up and I came down here and kind of fell in love with the town right away, then I decided to take the leap at that point.
Because you live in Rogers and you say you're commuting, right?
I'm making a drive.
Okay, and you're trying to find a place to live in Victoria, and in the meantime you're trying to sell your house.
Yeah.
Rogers.
If anything can sell right now.
Yes. And so we're telling all the local real estate agents to help Andrew with his mission of relocating to Victoria. But I think they already know.
Yeah. Everybody's offered help already.
Well, that's great. But what did you like about the community of Victoria?
You know, it reminds me a lot of where I grew up. I grew up in Cambridge, Minnesota, the smaller town, growing town. Just, you know, a lot of opportunity, a lot of great people. I'm almost full-blooded German, so I fit in pretty well here in that side of things. So, yeah, just overall, it felt like home right away.
So, Andrew, tell me a little bit about Cambridge and your background, where you went to school and what you studied. I think you have a secret talent also.
I went to high school in Cambridge, grew up on a farm out there. I was an old farm kid, and then went to college at Concordia College in Moorhead. Anyway, my secret talent is singing. I'm a guitar player, a singer. I've sang in both rock bands and the different choirs. I mean, anything and everything, really.
Oh, including the Concordia choir, right? And they're kind of famous. I mean, they're recording artists, aren't they? They do records or CDs.
Renee Clausen, the director, is world-renowned. I mean, he writes music. I mean, I think music just comes out of his head without even trying. It just he writes a lot of stuff, and they traveled all over the world. Every other year, they do a world tour. So the year I was in it was unfortunately the off year, and I didn't get to do the world tour. But
well, were you with the choir all 4 years, or do you have to try out for the choir? How does that work?
Yeah, you have to try out, and I tried out a couple years. The first year that I was accepted, I ended up not getting in, or not going along with it, and that was their world tour year. And I was so deep in classes that there was no time to commit to it, because I graduated from college in 3 years. So I took a ton of classes all the time, and I just couldn't commit to it. But then my third year of school up there, I got in again and ended up doing it.
And the other thing that people don't know is you actually went to college on a music scholarship.
Correct.
Oh, kind of a wonder kind.
Maybe at a chamber meeting sometime I'll get up and do a little performance.
Now that would be a great idea. Okay. Now you've been in town for a year and a half, but already you've gotten quite involved with downtown business development and with the Chamber of Commerce. And what are some of the things that kind of drive you to do that? Because you are busy just starting a new business and all those kinds of things too. But you know, it's kind of wonderful for a newcomer to come and be so involved in a community.
I've always liked to shake things up a little bit. It's kind of my personality. I tend to get involved in anything and everything I can. But for me too, I've made a long-term commitment to Victoria by starting this business here, and I plan to be around for a long time. So if there are issues that I can help drive a result that are going to be better for me and better for the community, I always get involved with things like that.
And you have just recently ended up writing, what, your 1400th policy?
Correct. We insure now over 1,400 vehicles in just the year, just over a year that we've been open.
Okay, and what you also explained at the city council meeting recently is that it's more than just insurance policies these days.
Correct. We sell 92 products out of our little office down here. So we do car and homeowners insurance that everybody knows about. We also do a lot with medical insurance, health insurance, banking. Our CD rates are spectacular. We do a lot with annuities and retirement planning, and it could go on and on and on and on. But pretty much anything insurance or financial related we can work with.
Okay, so if people want to contact you and learn more about those products and the kinds of things that you do out of this office, they can call you at
952-443-4343, or our website is andrewschultzagency.com.